ABC 10 News at 4 starts now.
A lifeline for businesses comes at a steep price.
I'm in a big hole and I've got to dig myself out of that hole, and I'm not giving up.
Why struggling restaurants are paying more money than they're making outdoors, and furious neighbors demand crowd enforcement in Ocean Beach, plus an entire industry of behind-the-scenes workers begging for help. The changes they need to bring entertainment back to life. We begin with a painful price tag for many business owners paying big bucks to move outside. Good afternoon, I'm Kimberly Hunt. A Carlsbad business owner says that she paid more than $5,000 to move her restaurant into a parking lot. ABC 10 News reporter Mimi Alcala explains where that bill came from.
They said, your option is to pay this or you don't get to go outside.
Move your business outside or shut down. That's the reality many business owners across San Diego County are dealing with. And for some, that move comes with a hefty price tag.
We were told that the fee would be $381. That's doable for us.
It wasn't that simple for Annie Rammel, who owns Oak and Elixir in the Carlsbad Village. The city of Carlsbad is charging businesses $381 to use sidewalks, but Rammel says she needed to expand into public street parking spaces.
We got a phone call from the city saying that we actually needed to pay $5,500.
$1,200 per space plus extra fees. After being shut down for 4 weeks, Rammel got a permit to use 4 parking spots and built a deck after the city council voted to allow the public spaces to be used in late July. But having to pay more than $5,500 up front has been a big problem during an already difficult time.
I begged and pleaded, please, can we get a prorated amount? Can we do month to month?
Rammel paid the fees in full and spent an additional $7,000 to build the temporary deck.
When Governor Newsom tells us we can go back inside, we have to tear it down. We don't get to keep it.
But there may be some hope left. The city of Carlsbad says the city's subcommittee on COVID-19 economic revitalization will meet on August 10th to discuss fees associated with outdoor businesses operating on public property. The city says it is working on options. Whether or not that includes retroactivity for those who've already paid will be evaluated. Rammel hopes she will be reimbursed and the city will make things easier and more affordable for businesses that are already struggling to stay afloat.
I'm in a big hole and I've got to dig myself out of that hole.
Mimi Alcala, ABC 10 News.
And Rammel says she has been contacted directly by leaders from other North County cities who have offered help. She hopes the city of Carlsbad will ease up on fees and allow for no-cost or low-cost cafes in outdoor public parking spaces. We want to take you to breaking news right now in El Cajon, where crews are mopping up a brush fire that sparked along I-8. Photojournalist Jenny Creighton is live in our 10 News breaking news tracker. Jenny, what's going on there?
Kimberly, the traffic you see coming toward me is going eastbound. That's into the El Cajon Valley area. There were 3 fires along Interstate 8 eastbound just prior to the Main Street exit. 2 of them merged into one, and then Kimberly, on down the way about a half mile from me, there's another one. So that could suggest a vehicle with maybe a hot catalytic converter could have started it, or somebody's throwing something out the window. Of course, we'll have to wait till fire investigators to come in here and take a look and see what's going on. I can tell you there are a lot of businesses down below me, as you can see, including a dog kennel with 40 dogs in it, and they were concerned they might have to evacuate, but they did not. So look here, Heartland Fire's got this under control. We'll get more information and have that on a later newscast. Kimberly, back to you.
Yeah, lucky for those businesses there. Thank you, Jenny. We'll check back in if something breaks. And the trial for the man accused of opening fire in the Chabad of Poway Synagogue last year has been delayed again. John Ernest will not go on trial until at least March 15th of next year. The jury trial was supposed to start this past June, but it was delayed due to COVID-19. And now the 20-year-old is accused of killing Lori Kay and injuring 3 others at the Chabad of Poway. The San Diego County Attorney's Office says it will seek the death penalty. 2 men accused of attacking a photojournalist during a Black Lives Matter protest in Imperial Beach. now face hate crime charges. He was caught on cell phone video during a peaceful demonstration back in June. Protesters say Henry Brooks Jr. was filming and throwing eggs at protesters. Jeffrey Brooks allegedly sucker punched a man named Marcus Boyd. He fell and hit his head on the ground. Well, the suspects are charged with felony assault and battery. Warrants have been issued for their arrest. And Ocean Beach residents say they're fed up. They want a solution to control the crowds at a nearby park where people have been seen defying public health orders. As ABC 10 News reporter Vanessa Paz explains, multiple complaints and letters later, neighbors say they're still waiting for something to be done.
Veterans Park is pretty quiet right now, but neighbors say every Wednesday night that changes with festival-like crowds flooding this area, not social distancing and not wearing masks. This is a scene Wednesday night after police were called out from noise and large crowd complaints. People clearly closer than 6 feet, no masks in sight, and music blasting like it's just another summer day.
And we feel like we're being disrespected. You know, we call it mayhem in Ocean Beach, and that's really what it is right now.
Mark Winke is president for OB's Town Council. He said they've submitted multiple complaints along with this letter to city officials, saying in part they need to do something about the unacceptable level of gatherings, gallons of trash left behind, and illegal vendors selling merch, all of which he said are huge public health concerns.
We'd like some education to be done for the people down there. You know, we don't want the police department to go in and start arresting people. We want the people down there to understand that this is our community. You're welcome to be here, but you need to adhere to the social distancing rules that are set up, and you need to respect our community.
Council member Jennifer Campbell, whose district includes Ocean Beach, told us in a statement she is, quote, committed to direct additional resources on Wednesday nights and has urged the mayor and county to enforce mask wearing and social distancing. But Mark said that's not enough.
The city or county doing anything at all to prevent people from congregating closely together as they have been is not accurate. That hasn't been done.
Neighbors told us many of these crowds actually start at the Wednesday farmers market, then work their way towards this park. Now, we did reach out to the Main Street Association, who's in charge of that event. They said they're still working on a statement, but saying that they're working to do what's best for the community. Reporting in Ocean Beach, Vanessa Paz, ABC 10 News.
Let's start the news feed. Facebook took down one of President Trump's posts. Now, the post linked to a Fox News story where the president says that children are, quote, virtually immune to the virus. Facebook called it misleading information about the virus. New York's Attorney General is suing the NRA. The state says the group's high-ranking executives diverted millions of dollars for personal benefit. The state of New York did an 18-month investigation into the NRA. The CDC putting out a reminder not to drink hand sanitizer. Agency says some people are getting sick and even dying from doing that. The ingredients are toxic when it gets through the skin.